Tuskegee Titan, I have in my hands belts. I'm gonna go over exactly how I set up my range belts and how you might be able to benefit or do something similar. I'm gonna start with this belt. This is my competition belt. Very easy setup. I'm gonna start from the holster side, work my way around the back of the belt until I get to the end. I have a holster that is for my competition gun. I'm not gonna say exactly what gun it is because there's a video coming soon that goes over exactly what kind of gun I run in outside the waistband, open USPSA style competitions. I do wanna say that this holster has literally no retention whatsoever except that the firearm itself sits in the holster. So there's no level 1, 2, or 3 to the feet. This is basically just to hold my firearm. Why? Because I need to get to it as quick as possible. Black Scorpion gear mount. The reason I have this like that is because it's actually easier for me to throw my hand back and shoot straight down where the firearm grip is out away from the waist and not close to my waist. So I'm not taking my hand and pushing it in close to my waist. I actually have a little bit of offset, which gives me a lot of clearance when I'm grabbing my firearm. Right behind my holster, I have my over-the-ear protection. I always make sure that I have my over-the-ear just in case. And there are definitely times when I've needed to throw these on. So I keep these with me at all times. Right behind that, I have a pouch. Right here in the middle of the pouch, I keep brass. There's a section in here for spent brass, empty casings. And I also have a section in here for live rounds. So I keep live rounds, and if I need to pick up empty casings, I pick them up just in case I need to inspect them later. Or if it's a type of day or type of situation where the range has to be cleaned up as you shoot, I like to go ahead and just pick up my casings and throw them in the bag, and then I don't have to worry about it later. The next thing on my belt are AR-15 style magazine holders. If you run a 2-gun competition, you have to have all of your ammunition on you. You can't like stop in the middle of a stage and go grab ammunition. So I always keep magazine holders for my AR-15s or AR style firearms, whether I'm running them or not. Right behind that, I have the double magazine, double stack magazine holder. So this can accommodate most double stack magazines. My 2011, 1911 magazines or 2011 double stack magazines do go in here and they fit just fine, as well as like my Glock style magazines, my Glock 17 magazines. Whenever I'm running magazines for my PCC, they all fit in this double mag carrier just fine. So I love this. Inexpensive, gives me exactly what I need as far as equipment is concerned. Right in front of that, I run a Black Scorpion gear magnet that is for metal magazines. As of now, I only have 1 or 2 firearms that have plastic magazines. So every other firearm that I have, I can actually use this with the magazines. And when you're talking about speed loading, this thing here is an absolute game changer. Is it necessary? Absolutely not. But is it nice to have? Yes. Range belt number 2. On this guy, I have my over-the-ear hearing protection in front of my holster. My holster is at the exact same offset as my competition belt. The reason why I have this like that is because I don't want where my firearm is on my waist to change, whether I am working the range as a range safety officer, which is what this is for. This is my range safety officer belt, or if I'm running a competition. Why? Because you'll lose time if you don't know where your firearm is. If I'm running a competition and I reach down and the firearm is not in the same place as it was because I worked a range safety officer shift the day before, then that's completely on me, and nobody is gonna understand the explanation or the excuse of why I missed a draw. So definitely want to keep some things consistent. Right behind that, I run a clip that the clip is actually for my over-the-ear hearing protection. And again, just like the other belt, I keep over-the-ear hearing protection for me because if somebody's shooting something extremely loud, I want to be able to add that extra hearing protection because I want to keep my hearing for as long as I can. Behind this clip, I run a bag, and inside that bag, I have a multi-tool that has a screwdriver, a knife, it has pliers, basically whatever I need to do certain jobs while I'm on the range. So I always keep that with me at all times. Not only that, but it has these little screwdriver attachments that really come in handy If I need to take something off, put something on, regardless of what the case may be, I keep a little toolkit right on me while I'm working range safety officer shifts. Right behind that, I have a tourniquet kit because one of the duties of a range safety officer is that you have to be prepared for incidents. So I make sure that I have the necessary equipment on me just in case there's something, and I hope to never ever have to use this, but if something does happen, I have this kit on me that I can throw a tourniquet on and hopefully help somebody out if something happens. Right behind that is my radio pouch. I keep my radio on my hip. I am horrible when it comes to like keeping extra items. If I set a radio down, it's gone. So you might as well not even worry about it. Right behind that pouch, I run a single double stack magazine pouch that fits all of the magazines that I have, and it's adjustable. And then right behind that, I run a double stack magazine holder that'll fit just about any magazine that I have. These are my range belt setups. Now, you might think I'm crazy for setting up 2 different range belts, but this has been the easiest thing for me to do. No matter what I'm doing on what day, if it's a competition, I just throw on this belt. I don't have to make any changes to this whatsoever. I just grab it and I'm out the door. And the same thing goes for a range safety officer shift. Sometimes we have an issue where a range safety officer can't make it to the shift and they need somebody to quickly respond. I can just grab this belt without any thought. I know that it's set up correctly. I know that it's set up for a shift at the range, and I know what firearm is set up for. So I just grab it, I'm out the door, and I don't have to worry about, well, what on this belt should have been on this belt. That's basically how that works for me. If you run a duty belt, tell me exactly what that looks like for you. Do you run belts like these? Do you run something more simplistic, or are you really stacked on your belt? I appreciate you tuning in. If you're looking for training opportunities, make sure that you get my contact information from the description below. Reach out to me, and until then, I'll see you in the next one.